Hi, it's Paula from the Career Center. In this video, I'm going to show you the career success formula. Alright, so the first component of the career success formula is your education. So that's your degrees, certificates, credentials, licenses. That's the reason why you're in school in the first place. But let me start off by saying that your education is important, but it's not everything. And that's a message that you don't really hear from teachers, counselors, parents. So while your education is important, you also need to work on other components at the same time. I've worked with students that have their master's degrees, their PhDs, and they can't find a job because all they did was school. The second component is knowing yourself. So this is your strengths, your weakness, who you are as a person, what you value, where do you want to work at, what setting do you want to work in? Do you want to work in a hospital, in a school? Also, if you're in a helping profession, who do you want to help? What I find is that students want to help people similar to themselves. So for example, if they're undocumented, what I find is they want to help individuals who are also undocumented. So you want to make sure you understand yourself first and do some self-exploration before choosing a major. And in the Career Center website, there's different tools you could do, so you could do different assessments. So the third component is marketing. That's your resumes, your cover letters, your interviewing. So all these components could be improved. And what I find, for example, is that many students, they write a generic resume, cover letter, and they send it to a bunch of different places, hoping to get something back. So a better approach would be customizing your documents toward the job you're applying to increase your chance of being at least interviewed. So in addition to your education, you want to make sure you supplement that with relevant experience. For example, if you want to become a high school counselor, start gaining experience in the high school setting. If you want to become an engineer, start gaining experiences that are related to engineering. So this could be jobs, this could be internships, this could be volunteering, this could be being involved on your campus for something that's related to your major. Because you have to think about what the employers are thinking. Sure, education is important, but if there's 100 people that applied and 50 of them has their degrees, the next thing they're going to look into is experiences. And if you have zero experience, you might just get tossed out. And the fifth component is active networking. So this is people that you know, but also who knows you. So you want to make sure you also work on this. So getting to know people in your field, getting to know your professors. Typical student is very robotic. They go to school, they go to work. Everyone's busy. I understand everyone is busy, but you need to take some time to invest in some of these relationships, either with an instructor or someone in your field. Because later, you might need letters of recommendation. You might need professional references. So typically what happens is students graduate. They think, I have a degree, I could get a job now. Yes and no. You might increase your probability, but there's no guarantees for anything. Typically what happens is students tend to ask for letter of recommendation or references without really building that relationship. And it's awkward asking them, hey, can you write me a letter of recommendation to a master's program? And they don't even know who you are. You want to make sure you take the time and invest building relationships with 2 or 3 individuals. And the reason why there's pluses and multiplications is I tell my students, you need to work on these different components and you increase your chance. There's no guarantees for anything. So you could have a bachelor's degree, but it's not going to guarantee anything. So in our society, bachelor's degrees sort of put as this golden standard. And I'm here to tell you, there's different occupations you could do that does not require a bachelor's degree and you could still be as successful. At the same time, there's other occupations that require an advanced degree. So it's so much better to do reverse planning, figuring out what the end goal is, figuring out what the requirements are, and plan backwards. So if you're in community college, look at the end goal. What terminal degree do you need at the end? Figure out what the requirements are and plan backwards. And sometimes doing it that approach makes much more sense. Sometimes doing it that approach, you'll learn which major best fits. And what you'll find, especially in the helping profession, is your degree doesn't really matter too much. It's your experiences that really matter a lot. So the last component is luck. So this one you don't really have any control over, but the other 5 you do. So if you need help with any of those components, that's something I could help out with at the Career Center. My information is down below. So you want to make sure you're working on all these different factors to increase your probability of being hired or transitioning to your next step, whatever that is for you. So my question to you is, what are your thoughts? What are your reactions? What did you learn? Go ahead and comment that down on the comment down below. So hopefully that video was helpful for you. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Information will be more down there in the description, and I'll see you next time.